extra is. Boom. There you go. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Look at that. We in the building.
We in here.
A little echo on your side.
Okay, hold on. Fixing that cool.
Yeah. UnQuantized podcast is live on YouTube. Just got that young notification.
We live.
What's good, everybody? We back. Not only are we back, we actually have sound effects today. What up? Beats Music, you in here? Yes, sir.
Young Beats Music, what up, bro?
Listen, we're gonna get into the show, but we got a super special guest in the building. I'm gonna get into that in a hot second. Spam those hearts if you're happy that we are still here and we have not died yet. spam the hearts. Listen, man, I might as well get into the theme song while we get set up.
You are now watching the UnQuantized podcast. Tune in on Instagram or YouTube to know the producer community live on Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Lego.
What up? Somebody's in here from France. Shout out to France. I'm mad I missed going to France in October. I was supposed to go. Man, what up? Welcome to another episode of UnQuantized podcast. I'm your host, Young Tupac Shakur. This is my man, Pod Strickland. We over here, we getting it in.
I was trying to think of something cool. I couldn't think of nothing then.
Yeah, I had to reuse some older joints, bro.
Potty Piper.
What up, legend? What up to you? What up? Yes, sir. What up? King Crate, what up? Is it Crate or Create? I think it's Create. That makes more sense.
Yeah, King Crate.
Man, look at me, man. I got the crate digger background, man. I just wanted to throw crates in something. What up, Mr. Justin? What's good? DJ Samaj is in here. 206. What up? So everybody that's in the building right now, I want you to focus your attention to an awesome company that is right here in the chat. Everybody spam the hearts for the Ample Samples. Give it up for the Ample Samples. So in case you don't know who they are, I'm always on here talking about whenever someone has a sample clearance question, and I'm like, listen, if you're ever in a position where you have to clear your own sample, if for some reason you're facilitating the sample clearance, I always refer you to these guys, the Ample Samples, and they are in the building right now. If you don't follow them immediately after the show, not right now, but immediately after this show, man, go follow them. And we got something special coming up too. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got something super special coming up together. So, don't be late.
Sample boys in the building tonight.
Facts. And just a little switch up, man. I felt crazy last week. I was drinking JMO without the homie here. So I had to switch up today. Got a little crown on deck. What I mean? Just a little crown.
Oh, snap. My dog about to turn to a young player.
Yes, sir. Pimpage. Man, so we in here. Everything's good. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. Had a little weird couple days. You know what I mean? I think it started getting to me being in the house. But I'm back.
That's what's up.
The young Jack Daniels has brought me back to life.
What a gentleman. Young gentleman, Jack. Dog, I risked my life to go get this crown today.
Oh, bro.
Just want you to know.
I be feeling like you ever played a PlayStation game Uncharted?
No.
You gotta go. It's like a Tomb Raider, but a dude. It's like that.
Man. All right. So we actually got a question in here real quick. How can talented music producers from Afrique, Afrique, do to make it in the music industry, and how can they begin their career? Man, honestly, the same way as anyone from anywhere. I feel like the playing field is even now, whether you're in America, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in France, shout out to France again. The internet makes it like a level playing ground. Everybody has the same methods of networking as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about marketing. It's all about, how you brand yourself. Definitely it's all about your music. But I would say the biggest thing is, as a producer, you having a lot of music, even if it's a lot of good music, is not enough. People have to hear your music. You don't get paid for how many beats are on your hard drive. You know what I mean? And it's no reason to not showcase your skill because you think you're in a place where you can't get started. You're on the internet right now. So, get that page popping.
That sound is popping too. Like, as far as Afro beats and that whole vibe, like if that's what you do, like it's thriving, especially in Atlanta, bro. If you turn on the radio, it's 90% Afro beats now. It's like,
you got a point.
So that authentic, like, I feel like people could do good and make good copies, but like we can't make y'all sound like, like y'all do. Like, take advantage of that. You know what I mean? Like, man, thrive on that network, get on the internet, get on Instagram, hit up people.
Definitely.
Good.
Yo, speaking of hitting up people, bro, Billboard Hitmakers is in the building.
Stop me on Billboard, man. Let me borrow 2 number ones.
Listen, dog, they living on the charts, at the top of the charts too, looking down on everybody. Man, what's the weather like up there? What's the weather like up there?
How is it?
Facts. Like I said, Fictionalized in the building, Smoking Aces in the building. Really, even now, can't no one go anywhere. Listen, Smoking, you got facts. You get fact points right there. Really, everybody's in the same boat because regardless of where you are, it don't matter. Your town is not popping right now musically.
Man, ain't no more session pull-ups. Ain't no more like. But I hope somebody know how to record at the crib and send that email that We Transfer is popping right now. They stocked them went up.
Man, yo, you're right. This is the town. This is your city right now. The internet is everybody's city. We all live here. And this city is actually popping more than ever right now. So if there was ever a time to test your metal, as they say, it's now, bro. Like, get out there, put stuff up. People on the internet all day. You know what I mean? They checking for what they checking for, and then they're gonna run out of that, and they're gonna stumble upon new things, and you should be the new thing they stumble upon.
Bro, I'm looking for stuff to watch. Shout out to Beats Music, gave me a good movie to watch. That was good.
Yep.
I'm looking for stuff to, so I'm peeping new music. I'm peeping stuff that I ain't never had time to just sit down and listen to. Like, I'm listening to everything right now. I've been peeping a bunch of stuff.
Facts. I found an experimenting with different genres as well. Oh yeah, now is a great time to experiment because you've probably been making beats for about 30 days straight at this point. And I think if you haven't ventured into doing something different than what you normally do at this point, now is a good time to start, bro. Like,
super facts.
Bruh, or lady.
Man,
we got some ladies in the building. We can't neglect our ladies. Let's see. I make 1,000 beats a day and I ain't got no placements.
Lies.
Hypothetical. That's a hypothetical right there because y'all got all the placements, bro. Come on, man. Roddy Ricch.
Your taxes.
Let's not start naming.
Young Thug.
Little
Future in there.
Future. Come on, man. Let's not go there. I'm not messing with Billboard Hitmakers right now. Man, let's see. How do you suggest I get my name out there as a producer? You can refer back to the answer to question number 1, to be honest with you. It is the internet. It's the same way we got our names out there on the internet. And I salute to Trezor every time this topic comes up. You are the person that suggested I get on the internet and show people what I'm doing. So you the man for that. Much love, much appreciated.
And even how we know each other, man. Like, I feel like people don't understand like how to network properly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference between spamming a link and then like actually contacting somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even with Oracle, when I knew that I wanted to meet Oracle, right? And we had a mutual friend. I begged him every day, like, yo, can you hit him for me? Please, can you hit him for me? But I wasn't trying to come on like, yo, do this for me. I had a proposition like, yo, I'll buy these sounds, whatever I got to do to get in the room. I'll buy these sounds, whatever, let's do it.
He did.
And we end up being cool after that. And so in any situation, if you just hitting somebody, just don't be like, yo, I need this. Give me this. What can you offer them? How can you help their situation? And, go about it that way instead of just take. I feel like people respect it way more.
Dog, you raised a really good point. I mean, when we met, you actually came at me check first. Which, you don't always have to do that to network with somebody. But the point is, add value to people. And you're right. A lot of people, even if they feel like they're networking, they reach out every day to people over the internet and they DM. But if you go back and look at all those DMs you sent, most of them are questions. Can you do this for me? Can you never, what can I do for you?
Right.
How can I what do you need right now? The best question you could ask somebody when you're trying to make a connection, especially if you're trying to connect up the ladder, is what do you need? What are you working on right now? How can I help you? What do you need right now? That's how I approach Tim. That's how I approach Polo. That's how I approach a lot of people that I know, and it works to this day. To this day, still, the connection is still strong. Hold on, let me fix this camera real quick. But yeah, so everybody out there, listen, it's the internet, man. It's the age of the internet more than ever right now. Get out there, make connections, reach out to people. And more importantly, show your skills. No one knows about anything that you could do. No one knows about your talents. No one knows about how dope you are if you don't show them.
Right. That's
People can't just scroll and look at your name and be like, yo, that's probably a dope producer. I should call them and give them a deal or something like that.
He looks cool.
Right. Like, yo, that handle deal worthy as a mug.
Some people do got some fire handles, but that ain't gonna get you all the way.
Bruh, so okay, somebody's about to get a plug right now. I was in Crucial Keys live feed last night, man. Shout out to Crucial Keys.
Yo, Crucial, what up, man?
Somebody was in there and their name was Walk on Water.
Ooh,
I thought that was
Cisco on the thong song.
I thought that was fire. And then I realized that the acronym for that would be WOW.
Ooh.
Come on, man. That's a fire name.
Or it could, Cisco would be Wow, Walk on Women. Remember the thong song? He did that joint?
Walk on Women.
Yo. Hey, 1,500 or nothing in the building.
Hey, 1,500 or nothing. Hey. Damn it, I don't know what you're doing right now. Put your babies down. Put your drinks down. Spam them hearts for 1,500 or nothing right now. Come on, man. Give it up. Titans of the industry, man. Right there.
Court game immaculate.
Bruh. Most amazing producers, most amazing band.
Musicians, just everything, bruh.
Yeah. Jay-Z's show band. Everything, man. Shout out to Lil Rance, man. That's my guy right there. Man. All right. But anyway, so wait. So we're going back in. But how to get people to hear your music since you don't have people to work with? Only you got your craft. No, brother. No. Only you got your craft. Only you got your channel on Instagram. Only you got your channel on YouTube. Only you got your channel on Facebook. Only you got images that you can make to promote yourself. Only you got time to go live to show people what you're about. Only you got people that you haven't connected to yet that you need to reach out to, see if they'll go live with you, see if y'all can collab together virtually over the internet. That's the thing. This is really, not only is this a time to focus in on what you're doing, this is a time of abundance. You have an abundance of time. You have an abundance of platforms. And a lot of people say, well, I only got this one thing, or I tried this one thing, when there are like 20 other things out there and 20 other methods that you have not tried. Now, when you try everything, every channel, every platform, and try to reach out to every person, then you can say I tried everything.
Right. For me. But that's unlikely to happen.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because it's always going to be something new. It's always going to be a different,
Yeah. So someone says facts. I use TikTok. Listen, man, TikTok is out there. It's so much stuff. Yeah. It's so much stuff out there. So listen.
Let's see. Bobby Hans, he says, do you think there's a lane for European hip hop?
Yeah. For sure. Bro. Dog, there's a lane for all types of hip hop.
Bro. It's all kinds of music, bro. I've heard some wild, like, what was the thing that I heard? And it's like, it's something wave. And it's like Nintendo based chill music. Like it's very specific. And I'm just like, bro, and millions of views. And I'm just like, bro, if this has
that sound kind of fire.
It's pretty dope, but it was just such a specific thing. I'm just like, who thought of this? And then how many people found this and was like, oh, this is my vibe. I want to feel like I'm playing Super Mario all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a fact. Hey, where'd you see it at? Was it like Spotify or
You
where
know, I'll
was
be
it?
watching like people stream games or something. And dude was like, someone asked him his favorite music, and he brought it up. Vaporwave. I want to say it's Vaporwave. It was
Damn.
something very specific. And I was like, bro, how the hell did you even get to this?
See?
But so it's a lane for everything, man.
Man,
And especially because that UK drill is like getting big, like it's gonna open up more doors to especially Americans starting to like more of overseas music, I feel like.
oh yeah, definitely. Man, it's that's crazy. Vaporwave.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Man, listen, and also I will say this: there was a time, and some people may be feeling like this, where you got something and you're like, man, I don't know if people would really be interested in what I got or what I'm doing. So it's kind of self-defeating, a little self-doubt going on there. Because believe it or not, like even when I met Trizza, I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. I was working with a whole bunch of people, but I still thought that what I was doing personally, like people may be interested in it, may not be interested in it. And I didn't show anybody except for the people I work with. And then Trizza saw it, I was like, yo, people would want to see this.
Oh, you was making beats out of quarters and like random stuff. I was like amazed, bro. I was like, I ain't never seen this. And I'd have been around everybody.
See, and I thought, it's just me tinkering around, doing my thing. You never know until you put yourself out there. A lot of people have this fear, this paralyzing fear to put themselves out there. And they would sacrifice what could be in their future to just stay in this place where they're not happy. When the difference between where you are now and where you want to be is to put yourself out there. And ultimately, if what you want is to be that person, if you want to be that person on top, you want everybody to love your music, then it doesn't make sense to not put yourself out there. How's everybody going to love your music if you're afraid to play your music for people?
That's facts.
And that's speaking from self-experience. You know what I mean? That's just speaking for me. So once again, man, shout out to Trizza for making me push the button. And now we here. And
he went ham, dog.
I went ham.
Once you got it, you went crazy, bro.
Turkey ham. I went turkey ham. Man, 1500, my guy. Yeah, for sure. Man, I can't say enough about 1500. I got some. Listen, man, I got some stuff, bro.
Bro.
They are amazing, bro.
Bro, I heard that pack. I was like, bro, that is probably the most.
Yeah. Rance, I don't know if you still in here, man. Rance slid me the pack one day. We were out in LA. Some of the best samples that the world has never heard.
Bro, you could just export them joints as is. Hits. You ain't gotta add nothing.
Years of just hits, man. Big up to Oracle. You probably don't remember me when we met at my house a few years back. Man, refresh my memory. But man, salute to you. If I was at your crib, then you was a cool person, because I don't be at nobody's crib like that.
Fictional, I said I might go live composing super nerdy. Please do.
Come on,
please
do it. You're a hermit.
We need it. We need the lives out here.
Yeah, you gotta come out. You gotta come out the cave. And we actually got some topics too. I don't know if you want to read the chat while I fish for some of these questions.
Black Metaphor in the building. Shout out to him.
Woo!
We got some goats in here, man. We got some hitters in here today.
And Black Metaphor was working on a project that I'm waiting for that project to come out, because I heard some of it and I'm like, yo, the game need this, bro.
Oh yeah, he's fire. He said, man, just got the 2500, bro, sitting on the desk now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Black hit me up about NPCs. He had a little NPC question. I was happy I was able to answer it, man. When greats hit me up with questions, I'll be like, damn, I hope I can answer it and I hope I can help them. You gotta let me know that 2500 working out for you. I always wanted to get one of those. And sneakily, I am kind of itching to get a piece of gear. I ain't had this itch in a long time, bro. I'm itching to get a piece of gear.
Oh snap! My homie we went to elementary school together, dog. We used to be rapping on the back of the bus. That's probably why I started making beats now.
Back of the bus rapping part in the building.
Bus 93, you know what I mean? It was in the back, spinning them 16s.
Damn, I felt like we were slow though. We had single digit bus numbers. I was bus 9, bro.
Oh no, we in the country, bro. So everybody rode the same bus.
Damn, bus 93.
Let's see. Oh, go ahead.
No, here's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. Give me a second. What's a good practice? All right. So I lost my cameras too. Pardon me, y'all. I'm getting used to this virtual lifestyle over here. So the question is, do you think that it's okay to have some beats that you throw away, or is it good practice to finish every beat? What do you think?
I'd be a hypocrite if I say finish every beat, because I definitely don't, bro. I mean, but a lot of times I'll say parts of them. Like I'll take the hi-hats if I like that, or I'll take the MIDI, or I'll keep a loop for a loop pack. But do I finish everything? Hell no, bro. I got a bajillion unfinished beats on this hard drive.
Facts. You raise a good point. First of all, I feel like not every beat is worth finishing. Some ideas are just bad ideas. But on the flip side, though, throwing things away, not always the best. If you got the hard drive space, which most people do, a lot of things are cool to save. I have an archive of things that I may have abandoned, but it gives me something to go back to. And like you were saying, it gives me things to go through, get parts, or get like, oh, that kit that I was using, whatever kick, snare, hi-hat combination I used on there, I could turn that into a kit or something like that. And it's not like the floppy disk age where you're like, yo, I need my space, I need my disk, let me erase it. Man, you got computers. A lot of times you're using the same samples that are already on your hard drive, so you're not taking up new space when you know what I mean, when you save a beat. It's just referencing samples that were already on your computer, so the actual file that you create doesn't take up a lot of space. So I think saving stuff is really the way to go. You don't have to finish everything, and I think you got another level of discipline and confidence if you do finish every single beat. But I also don't believe that you should throw everything away. You should have a little bin, you know what I mean, off to the side. But I want to get back to what you said again. It can't be said enough. Take things from beats that you may have abandoned, find good things about them, and save them. Make templates out of them, drag them into your favorites folders, you know, and that idea that might have been a throwaway idea can breathe life into a new idea because you took something valuable from it.
Bro, I will go back through them little folders. Like I get stuck, I'll be like, man, I go through this melody. Because a lot of times it's not even that it's a bad idea. It's just I'm not feeling. I'll be like, man, I could do this better. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, I'll just save it for later. And then another day I'll be like, oh, this is how I could do the drums, or this is how I could flip the melody. Yeah. And then it becomes something great, you know? So a lot of times I'll just save, I'll bounce pretty much everything. Even if it's unfinished, I'll just bounce it and then I'll title it like, all right, unfinished or whatever. And then I just go through every once in a while and just sort everything. And, you know, if I need an idea, I'll go through that folder. If it's drums or melody loops, I'll go through that. And then that's how I'd be rocking. But finishing everything, you can't polish a turd all the time. Some of them joints be, I ain't gonna front. I done made some ones where I'm like, this just ain't it.
But you know what? The sound of music changes every now and again. And it's some things that I had from years back that I was like, I don't know what I was on. After 5 or 6 years, I go back to something. I'm like, well, damn, this is more conducive to what's happening right now, or even more conducive to how I'm really feeling right now. Or I have a new skill set, so I know how to finesse this. Whereas before I got stuck, but now I got this new plugin or this new thing or this new technique that I know, and now I see where to take it, and now it turns into something. But if you throw everything away and you just start and you only got finished tracks and, you know, just starting from zero every time, you could be doing yourself a great disservice 1, 2, 3 years from now when you could go back to that little bin you got.
That's facts.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Young Ponzu. He says, haha, I love Vaporwave. There's actually a legit subgenre called Simpson Wave, which is vapor tracks put to screwed up Simpsons videos, no cap. Bro, it's a lane for everything, bro.
Bruh, the creators will create, bro.
I want whatever the dude that came up with that was smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Man, send me that.
I'll have what he's having.
Just a little bit, though. I don't want too much. That sounds a little trippy. We trippy, man.
little trippy purple. Yeah. Man.
Let's see. Is it Talk? I'm just going to assume this Talked. He says, I'm about to start selling beats. What's a good price?
Oh, man. look at the market. Also, general like self-assessment of your own skills. It's it's specific to every case. And I would ask you, what platform are you on to sell beats? And depending on that platform, you have a point of reference where you can go on that platform and see what most people are selling beats for, kind of gauge yourself in reference to them. It's ways to go about it, but the price that you start at ultimately is up to you and is going to depend on where you really are in your career.
That's facts.
Yeah. I always say that, man. I think a lot of producers don't research the market, because
At
a lot of
all.
these questions, they're kind of out there. You can see an average, or you can see trends, you can see spikes in trends or how prices are going. You could also see what types of packages other people are offering. You know what I mean? Like, you might have a beat, but you see somebody's offering a beat and they do this with the beat with the stems, and then they do this with the, you know what I mean? And you can get an idea of the type of packages to offer, the type of pricing you should do, the type of promotion you should do if you just study what's already going on that platform.
The offer is like the biggest thing. Like, that's, if I've learned anything in the past like year or so, is how to make an offer, and that changes the game, because you could charge differently depending on if the offer makes sense for that price.
Facts.
So if you want to charge higher, you can make that happen. You just got to build an offer that makes that price worth it.
Facts. And learn how to ask, would you like fries with that?
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Now we get into the upsell, downsell portion of it, bro. But yeah. Would you like
OTO.
fries with that? Yeah, hey.
OTO.
Come on, man. OTO,
ready,
baby.
man.
Yeah. Man, we gotta do a course on that, bro.
Yeah, we definitely do. I'm with it. Man, if we're gonna do something, today's the time, cuz.
That's a fact, bro. Man, somebody said something about the MV8800 in this joint.
Ooh. Throwback Thursday. It's Friday.
Facts. H2O Ab, I see you, bro.
We'll see. Oh, Ab Bro said I need a haircut to look in my videos, but no barbers, man. Man, I'm Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois out here.
Man, the one thing I regret not doing before all this thing took hold was kidnapping my barber. Man, I should have threw that bam in the trunk. You live with me now. Bring your clippers.
Bro, I and the sad thing is, my last appointment, I ended up rescheduling, like, oh man, because I was so busy that day. And I was like, oh, I'll catch him tomorrow. And tomorrow never came, bro. That's when everything started going down. So I'm sad, man.
I remember everything got super serious out here it was a Thursday and a Friday when things got super serious. I was watching, engaging, and I got my hair cut that Tuesday, and I went to the grocery store and bought everything I could on that Wednesday. And then Thursday was crazy. And then that Friday that's when everybody was like, what you mean no more toilet paper?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I got my hair cut 3 days before the no toilet paper day.
If y'all see me and I look like Rick Rubin, you know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Don't judge me. You know what I mean?
I have a braided beard with an oxen walking in the back.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna have a big gip. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have the braided beard with the beads on it. You know what I mean? Don't judge me. You know what I mean? Y'all know what time it is.
Nobody now, beard.
If I take this hat off, you just gonna see an afro. You know what I mean?
Bruh.
What I say, I was looking like The Get Down. You remember that show on Netflix?
To Get Down.
I look like one of them, the third member.
Yeah, totally music related. Real quick, I seen a story about a Bama bought $10,000 worth of paper towels when all this first started, and then he tried to return some of that to the store, and they was like, "Man, if you don't get the hell out of here, go have a nice day." Right. Things didn't work out the way he thought it was. He thought it was gonna be the great paper towel shortage of the decade. Like, nah, it wasn't that bad. He's like,
we good.
I got I can't even park my car in my garage now. Here's a good comment. I don't know how far back this is, but Fictionalized says, I often overthink things and the tracks get too muddy or too complicated. Listen, as long as you have that voice in your head, that you have to know that about yourself. Then it's the keep it simple principle. You got to keep things simple, and then have a person or people or community that you could bounce ideas off of, or even ask questions. I hit Trizzo up all the time, like, yo, What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Or, man, look, 50% of the conversations I have when I call Trez, I start the conversation with this. Am I tripping? Or blah, 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 blah.
That's fine.
Yeah, you got to have them people. You know what I mean? And I guess I keep this specific to fictionalized, but I guess it kind of goes for everybody in here. This is a community of your people. You know what I mean? Like most people been here, they've known each other for years. Like these are your people. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 people in here that they'll be more than happy to answer these questions or to just help you out when you have your am I tripping moments. Matter of fact, man, if you've been in this community for a minute or if you're just down to help and support each other, man, spam the chat. Let's see them hearts. Definitely.
And if you say it's like that crowded and it's muddy, I know the thing at the beginning, before I moved to Atlanta, the biggest difference between me living in Virginia and me living in Atlanta is when I was in Virginia, I wasn't really working with rappers like I was selling beats online, right? So I was just emailing stuff out and that would be it. You know what I mean? But when I came to Atlanta, I was actually sitting in the studio with people and seeing how people record it. And I started realizing that people like the more open stuff. And so, you know, once I realized the vocal is the most important thing in a song, then it kind of starts letting you like think of it a different way. So long as you keep that idea of, you know, like a vocal in there, like somebody needs to sing on that. Even if you had to sing in your head about how it should go, that'll kind of help you arrange. If you see me making a beat, I sound crazy. I'm making noises, I'm singing, like I'm doing all that, but I'm just trying to figure out the space, you know, because it's not putting too much stuff in there. It might sound good to other producers, like, oh man, you went crazy on that melody. But as far as writers and songs being made, sometimes it'd be way too much. So, you know, it's just understanding the pockets and, you know, just understanding that it's something else that's not there. You're hearing the incomplete version when you're making it.
Yeah. You want to keep it NBA, not so much and one. You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
No hot sauce?
Yeah, no hot sauce, man. Just keep it real with some Bill Paxton. Something like that.
Good old Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Keep it basic, man, and definitely keep it simple. Let's see, Black Metaphor says, a lot of times I revisit later and may do a whole different sample or melody pattern, switch the tempo, and sometimes it comes out fire the second time. That's a fact, man. Shout out to Black. And once again, Black is out here. He's a vet. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's done stuff for the top of the top. And it's just good practice to save things, man. Keep things in the tuck. You never know. You never know when it's time to revisit.
Let's see. UnQuantized chat is great for that. Yo, if y'all gotta join the Instagram. I just come in there. They put the little gems in there. Somebody live, you know, they post it up.
I had to get fictionalized
gems from it. Yeah, I be getting gems from it. So, you know, make sure y'all join. I don't know who the moderator for that is.
I have no idea.
We had to get added.
We had to ask on here to get added in, and we got added in, but nobody. They never told us who it was that added us into our own podcast chat. Here's a good question though. Any tips on how to get your hi-hat patterns to sound professional? And I think that's a good question because just this week on soundoracle.net, Realistic and I released a blog, a tutorial on how to make your hi-hat patterns sound more interesting. So go to soundoracle.net, click on tutorials and blogs, and it should be like the first or second from the last blog.
I know that because I was just reading it. That's why I was like, oh, that's funny.
Gems. Gems. I'm gonna take a shot every time I say gems.
Let's see. Oh, Fictionalized says, hold on. I'm trying to get used to the blue stacks, baby.
Blue stacks, baby.
But she's saying that she writes first and then composes around it. I would try this. If you're saying this stuff is getting crowded and muddy, I would make a simple melody, write to the melody, and then produce around that.
Yeah, that's fine. So basically, simple skeleton, do something, and then go back in and post-produce.
Yeah, it could be a melody and a clap, and then write to it, and then go back around it.
But in my opinion, that's how the best songs happen.
Oh,
something basic, someone writes, to it. Maybe not right, but just once again, write something basic. Maybe just sketch a melody over it. Then the person goes back in and post produces over top of that. Because then you could do things like add drops on specific parts or do certain things to the beat according to what the words are saying or how the flow is going on the words. Man, that's always amazing. One thing I used to love doing is I would add certain sound effects and they would be based off of what the person was saying at that point in the song.
Oh yeah.
It always brought some life to it, man.
I remember we did a record. I'm trying to think. Oh, Sick Pen wrote it, I believe. You remember that joint? It's a little islandy vibe.
I do. Damn, shout out to Sick Pen, bro.
He was going ham with the little effects. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I was Effect Central, bro.
You got all the little random like percussion background effects. That's
my joint. That's what made me the finisher. People would send me songs.
Get over here.
It kind of just needs something on it. They were like, yo, can you help me finish that? Bro, the most fun I ever had was when me and Polo did that Gucci Mane, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne record.
The Chill?
And yeah, Chill. Bro, if you listen to that album, I put so many percussion loops just in and out in that joint. Changed up the drums. Like almost everybody had like a different sounding verse because that was one of the first times I really embraced the post-production of it and using effects and production and changing the drums. Bro, I OD on that song. For real.
Someone says, where's Busy Works Beats? You mean the gangster? The OG?
Listen.
Yo, I think Busy is one of the people that like I learn new stuff about all the time. I think Busy is a gangster on the low. And he just plays the nice guy.
Let me tell you, man. I think
he's a killer, bro.
We saw Busy in rare form this week. I can't even talk about it, but yo, Busy.
I think he's a gangster, man.
Busy is a G. I'm sorry. Busy is a G. I know you watched the tutorials. I know you see him with the suits on, with the ballies tied up nice. My man is a gangster. Busy did some of the most gangster stuff I ever seen this week.
You don't want no smoke with young Busy Works.
Nah, you don't. You don't.
I was looking at the phone like, oh, I'm shocked and appalled.
Yeah, exactly.
Way to go.
Yeah. Busy
I like the smoke.
Yeah, Busy showed out, man. Hopefully y'all never had to hear about it.
What's a tip for good bass lines, like R&B bass lines?
Sound selection, number one. Pick a good plugin. I actually have some plugin suggestions for that. Diva, definitely. Albino 3. People sleep on Albino 3.
Ooh, you brought it back.
Yeah, I did.
I ain't even thought about Albino in a minute.
I did. Some basses in there. Also, any of the Arturia stuff, amazing.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. Once again, it may sound like a basic tip. Study the greats. We have a great coming up in a battle tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a minute. Actually, two greats, but the one I'm referring to is Teddy Riley. To me, he was one of the masters of the R&B bass line.
Oh, the facts.
You know what I mean? Like, study Ted. I mean, just study Spotify. But I mean, sound selection and rhythm. Those are the two main components that are going to make a great R&B bass line. So study those things from the greats, or just from your current Spotify playlist. You see where my mind at. Yeah, study those for your Spotify playlist. And also, if you need some assistance, you could also get XO R&B loops or XO2 from soundoracle.net. And those are full of good R&B stuff. Also, Young Bravo from Billboard Hitmakers.
That man is
on the keys, bro. On the keys, he's crazy, but he every now and again he will play a bass that will be very reminiscent of like that whole Teddy Riley guy time of bass, and it blows my mind every time. And then the equivalent to that, but only on a real bass, would be Ab Brow.
Yeah. Oh, and Young Smoking said he got the smoke.
Listen, Smoking came a long way. I saw Smoking when he first broke out the bass and started playing on live. Just in the last, maybe it's been like 2 months or something like that. He's come a long way, and a lot of what he's doing is playing over top of great legendary songs. and killing it. You know what I mean? So that might be that's another method right there. Now to think about it, play, you know, the great legendary songs and just try to recreate them, not only in rhythm and melody, but maybe try to recreate the patches or find plugins that you have that may have similar patches. Man,
you know,
I think. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Another thing, like I was making a beat, man, and I sent it to my homeboy, like, yo, I know I'm using a fake guitar, but like for some reason, it just doesn't feel, I can't make it feel natural, right? And I believe Diego gave me the point of, he's like, something about it doesn't feel natural, and then somebody else said it. So I'm just like, all right, cool. How can I fix this problem, right? And what I was doing is I was playing chords that a real guitar can't play, right? And I was, the way I was structuring the chords wasn't like a real, so it didn't feel natural. So even with a bass, you have to think about, if you wanted to sound more like a bass guitar, or you want the progressions and the rhythms to go like that, you got to think like a bass player. So I would study like what tricks and tips they use to make their bass line, so they can, you know, like they be walking on the bass and doing all that stuff. I would learn why they're doing that and how they're getting about that, and that'll make, when you program stuff, it'll sound more natural.
Oh, that is pretty smart. By the way, Busy the Gangster's actually in here, man. Shout out to him. Once again.
Tap, 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 tap. One false mover, get your whack, whack, whack.
but no, that's a really good point, because yeah, a lot of times we're trying to play certain instruments that aren't played the way you would play on the keyboard, and therefore they would not sound the way you would play them on the keyboard. So that's a good point. Like, yeah, a bass player would not play like this. He would play like that. And often you'll find it's more like pitch bends or more, you know, just different things that you may not be doing on the keyboard. So yeah, study. I
think I want to learn how to play the bass, man.
For real? Dog.
That's one of them things, man. The basses look fun, man.
You got to get your bass face together, though.
Oh yeah. What's that kid? He's so dope too. I can't think of.
Bro, Aaron?
That man is a monster, dog. I'm like, bro, why are you so good, bro?
Yeah, that's a fact. And he's like 8 or 9.
Bro, that makes no sense, bro. I'm about to have my daughter go play the bass. No toys, play the bass.
She come up and be like, man, if you don't get off my face,
throwing that Peppa Pig, man, get out of my way.
Not Peppa Pig, though. Okay, here we got a question though. What are some habits? What habits, in your opinion, does a solid work ethic consist of? Well, in my opinion, a solid work ethic consists of, number one, consistency. People that are usually the best at something, unless it's God-given, are often the most consistent. I mean, you would hear it about Kobe Bryant with practice and, you know, just various greats. They were very consistent with their practicing, and they were very consistent with just doing their craft. Also, good work ethic, sometimes working involves other people, being on time, being a person of your word, and finishing your job. A lot of times, and I mean, by show of hearts in here, how many times have you collaborated with a person and they never got back to you with what they were supposed to do? Or they got back to you so late that it was almost irrelevant. You know what I mean? Or they just didn't live up to what they were supposed to do. Having a good work ethic is being very consistent and really being about that life. Whatever the job is, whatever the task is, like, you really got to be about that shit. Like, if I say I'm gonna do this and I'm a how Black Metaphor say, make the drums bang, that's what I'm gonna do. And if I say I'm gonna do it by Tuesday at 12, I'm gonna try my damnedest to get it to you by Tuesday at 11. You know what I mean? So you just got to show up, man. You got to show up every day, even when the only person holding you accountable is you. And a lot of times, the only person that is holding us accountable is us. And you're the easiest person to lie to. You're the easiest person to be late for, because you're not going to argue with yourself. So if you say, yo, tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to practice whatever for 3 hours starting at 8 a.m. and you wake up at 9 a.m., you're not really going to cut yourself out. And there's no repercussions to it. So you just got to really be about what you say you're going to do, and set strict guidelines for yourself, like a certain time, a certain amount of hours, some type of goal that you have to hit. And the more consistently, there's that word again, being consistent, the more consistently you hit those goals, the more it becomes second nature. And then your work ethic is a lot less work and just more ethic, if that makes sense.
That's right. Bro, so I'm gonna kind of mess this up because how I even learned this is one of my homies watched this and he told another homie, and then he told me, and I was like, the secondhand knowledge from that was so fire that I was like, damn.
Game of telephone?
Bro, but it was the way he explained it was so fire that I had to go ask them who was the original guy so I could follow him. And I was messaging him. If I wasn't streaming on the phone, I would look it up and so y'all guys would know the name. But to make it short, basically he was saying you have to be a E.M.T, right? E is for entrepreneur, so you're thinking about the future stuff.
Mm-hmm.
M is for manager, and it's like you keeping up with the past and like, you know, you making sure everything is like working right. And then T is the technician of like fixing things. And it's basically he's explaining like everything is a balance between those things. And I was like, man, that's such a good way of looking at everything.
Whoa,
So I had to go follow dude, bro. Like I had to hit my homeboy like, yo, what's his Instagram off that, bro? Like,
yeah.
So yeah,
that's fire. That's actually really fire. Way to take that analogy and flip it. Wow.
And I low-key butchered it. I know he had some sauce on it.
There you go. Yeah, the sauce. Shout out to DJ Swivel, by the way. It's not
Young
in the building.
Swivel, what up, man?
He's not in the building, I don't think.
Okay.
But we mentioned the sauce, and DJ Swivel put out a plugin called The Sauce.
Fire plugin too.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I think we got a young legend in the building. Denicia Lefleur is in the building. In case y'all don't know, she's an amazing producer, and she's also the homie. Matter of fact, Trizzy, you met her. Remember what the last time I came to see you DJ at?
Oh, Plug and Play.
At the Plug and Play. I was standing next to her. Yeah. Man, shout out to Denicia, man.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, she's fire. Yeah, she's super fire. She said, "Oh my God, it's a never-ending problem." That's a fact. Man, we got some people in the building, man.
Like today people had time today, cuz
they did. Obscure 8 is in the building. That's the homie. Shout out the homie from Maryland. Amazing musician, Soundsmith. That's my guy. Shout out to him. Man,
young Simba in the building. We got everybody up in here today.
Everybody in here. So she says, I straight test people that I work with. I give them, if they don't if they what? My screen is messing up. If they don't do what they said they gonna do, then they won't hear from me again. Hey, that's a fact. You got to be willing to walk away, man. Yeah, you got to be willing to walk away. Listen, some people are hella cool, some people are hella talented, but the one thing that could make collaborating with a super talented person not worth it is them having a shitty work ethic.
That's right.
So, you know what I mean? And that also goes back on you. You have to be a good person to collaborate with. And the more that you can stick to being consistent and stick to a good work ethic while working by yourself, you will show that when you collaborate with other people, because that will just be your natural way of doing things. And because so many people are inconsistent, just you doing what you said you're going to do to the level you said you're going to do it puts you ahead of 80% of the people that they could collaborate with anyway, because a lot of those people are going to do one of the two or none of the two. You know what I mean? You just got to hold yourself to a higher standard. You know, you can get out here and you could BS yourself if you want to, but the more you BS yourself, you're going to be thrown into a position that you begged for one day, and then you're going to end up BSing a person that you really respect, and you're going to lose a good opportunity. So keep it real with yourself. You can keep it real with others, and, you know, then you'll be successful.
Busy said that's Michael Gerber's concept from E.M.T. I got to check that out.
You know Busy going to know.
Oh, yeah. Busy done read the book. Got the cliff notes.
You got the tat.
Yeah. Oh, that little quote? I've been on that.
Yeah, it's from the Bible. It's from the businessman Bible. Yeah, I think Busy probably got tats of like business quotes. I wouldn't put it past him.
I would, yeah. No Gary V. He above that.
Yeah.
No shade to Gary V.
Yeah. Shout out to Gary. Gary been in all the battles, man.
You know what, you know what, Primo?
I would have played Mass Appeal in the first 20. I wouldn't have waited macro long to play it at the end.
Micro scratches, macro bass. That's the key to success.
Man.
Oh man. Yo, Gary V is hilarious, but I love when Gary V interviews a rapper. He's like, you know what, Young Jeezy? I was in the trap too.
Right. When I was thugging it at a wine library for my parents.
17.5, same color t-shirt. And it was the Jets jersey.
You're absolutely right. Every day I wake up, I say, you can't ban the snowman. You just can't. Shout out to Gary V, man.
Yeah. Every time we talk to rapper, yo, he be lit, bro.
Yeah, Gary, his little thug side come out, bro. When we talk to rappers, his thug side come out, bro.
Oh, man. Let's see. Beats Music says, facts. I heard there is a respected producer out there who's asking folks to pay for collabs, then not sending beats back or sending them back hella late. Not a good look.
Bruh. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not even gonna get into the whole paying for collabs thing in the first place. We talked about that enough. Somebody said, what you drinking, bruh? I'm drinking on some Crown and ginger ale. What you sipping on over there, bro?
A little Jack Daniels and a little ginger ale.
Yeah. Yeah. Second half might be a little spicy.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about trying to get another one.
Hey, I'm already on my second one. So
I'm Spice Adams.
Yeah, that's a fact. Spice Adams. Hold on, we have some more questions. What does it mean to monetize your work as a producer? Simply put, it means to make money from your craft. If I was just to go with my gut answer, it just means to make money off of your craft, whether it's selling beats, getting placements, could be sync licensing, just whatever you do as a producer. If you can find a way to make money from it, that is monetizing. Did I miss anything on that one?
No, I think you covered the majority ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say I bodied that. I'm giving myself a yay.
Take that.
Yeah. Speaking of take that, I want to see Puff in the battle. I don't know if we really gotta go into this whole thing.
Did you hear what the trash he was talking?
I heard about it. I didn't hear it. If somebody could send me the clip of Puff talking to whoever he was talking to.
Yeah, JD. He said, "Yo, you go deal with the track masters, and then come holler at me afterwards." If you get past that. And he said, "Y'all got to team up." Like, yo,
did he tell Dr. Dre and Jermaine Dupri that they got to team up?
Bro, I don't know, and I'm biased in this situation, bro. People keep saying Pharrell versus Dr. Dre, and then that Dr. Dre would wash Pharrell. And I'm looking like, I know I'm biased. I'm from Virginia. I'm a huge Pharrell fan. But I don't know if that's a wash, bro. I feel like and I don't even want to say Pharrell. I feel like the Neptunes. I feel like that matchup, that ain't no easy, walk in the park, man. Dr. Dre got years of records, but
decades actually.
But Pharrell and the Neptunes too. Rump Shaker, bro. All the early SWV stuff, like they got.
Bruh, it depends on your audience. For instance, if let's say the person in the audience is a 25-year-old woman, she is most likely going to ride with the Neptunes over Dr. Dre. But if it's a 35-year-old dude, he might be like, yeah, because Dr. Dre could throw in some NWA shit. I don't think NWA is going to really connect with female audience or a younger audience, but it might connect to a male audience and an older audience. So I really think it depends on the audience who's in the room at the time. But I don't think it would be a wash. Honestly, depending on what day you ask me, I can see it going either way. I don't even think that's a good matchup though.
Yeah, not at all. And
it's too different.
Young Spooner, young Spooner in the building. Chop Out Spoon is my bro. I've known Spooner since middle school, maybe. We're in band together. Like, dog, this is my dog. When I say we go back, and Oracle done met Spooner.
I have.
He said, someone said Pharrell can beat Kanye in a battle. Bro, I'm putting my money on Pharrell. No doubt. And I'm a Kanye fan. I love Kanye.
I think because I don't know. And it's not based off of skill. I'm not calling it in skill, but I think in terms of popularity, both of them are hella popular, but I think popular opinion would go more towards Kanye than Pharrell. I do. I think once again, 24-year-old, any gender is probably gonna ride with Kanye before they ride with Pharrell. But me and you, being producers, being of a certain age, we might ride more with Pharrell on any given day. I really think a lot of these, and that's how you know it's a good matchup though, because it really would come down to who's in the audience and what gender you are, what age you are, and all that. You know, where I think like Hit Boy Wonder, that really didn't depend on anything like that.
You're right, because they same kind of.
Yeah. Like Primo RZA, that didn't depend on anything like that.
You're right.
But when you get into a Kanye versus Pharrell type deal, now all of that comes into play, and I really could see it going either way.
I will, just like with Lil Jon T-Pain. As soon as it happened, I said Lil Jon. It's gonna be clear, and no disrespect to T-Pain, but I just knew what Lil Jon, and Lil Jon played records that I didn't even know he did, which even made it even more unfair. And I feel like with the battles, the trick is the bounce and like how those records make you feel. And to where Kanye has great records, like I feel like Jesus Walks in a battle, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, that was my joint, but it ain't gonna hit like if the Neptunes play like Super Thug, or they play like, you know what I mean, like them like grinding, or you play like those records. It's a different bounce, so I feel like that's the advantage.
What you gonna play against Flashing Lights?
Oh man, let me think. Neptunes against Flashing Lights. Ooh.
Yeah, see, it's also going to depend on the record that you pair it. Yeah, that you pair it to.
Yeah, Pharrell battles. I'm telling y'all now, I'm putting my money. Anybody that I can't. Me and my brother sit there and try to think of somebody to put the Neptunes against, and everybody I end up going to the Neptunes. And I will say I'm biased.
What about Puff?
But shit, Neptunes produced a lot of them Puff records.
I think people have a problem with Puff, bro. Like
Puff got joints.
You know what it is, and this may just be my personal opinion. In a battle, there are going to be certain people when you play a song. Like I'm just not going to want to hear some of your songs. There is not many. I can't even think of any Bad Boy songs that Puff would play that I wouldn't want to hear. Like that's right now.
That's facts.
What you gonna play against the Benjamins? And I think Joe Budden was talking about that. What you gonna play against the Benjamins?
That's hard.
Like no matter who you are, you can't play Welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like if you were JD, what would you play against that?
The Puff and JD one, I get why, because they're both like moguls and stuff, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that matchup. Puff is like at that tier, just like it's difficult. You know what I mean? Like he got so many hits, bro, and all his stuff is so upbeat. That's the trick too. Everything got the bounce. Everything is so upbeat. So not only you gonna be happy listening to this joint, but you're gonna be, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this was my joint, and I'm gonna be dancing while I'm listening to it.
Bro, you can play me any Biggie joint, any Mace joint, any Total joint, anything produced by the Hitman. Number one, come on, Biggie stuff alone, it's gonna be hard to go against for a plethora of reasons. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I just think no one's gonna make easy work of Puff. Puff versus Dre. I love Dre. Like I said, my mom always went to jail for buying me an Eazy-E album. But I got Puff.
Oh yeah, we cut off on IG.
Yeah, hold on. We about to go back. Share to story.
Hold on, YouTube's.
Boom, and we are going live again. Checking connection. You are now live.
He said that Britney Spears joint, My Money on Pharrell. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. I think anybody would have a tough time going against Puff, man. Like,
oh yeah. That's the one. Puff is one of the ones where that's a tough one.
Yeah, like I said, I think of course Dre is a legend. Like I was saying, Dre is a legend. I witnessed my mom almost go to jail trying to buy me an Eazy-E album that was produced by Dr. Dre. But when that crowd is in there, more people are gonna go with Puff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you got to. And like I said, the Benjamins, man, you ain't fucking with the Benjamins, bro. You're not doing it.
Yo, Chambers be bullying me, dog. Young Chambers, I don't know why I be letting Chambers talk to me crazy. Chambers be sending me memes of myself, bro. I'm like, bro, like, leave me
you
alone.
gotta post them joints.
Oh, he goes in, bro. I'm like, yeah, who taught you how to use Photoshop? Why did they do that?
Definitely. All right. So real quick, I just want to take a quick little poll of the audience here. In a battle of Puff versus Dr. Dre, this hypothetical battle, if you have Puff winning, put up a 1. Text 1 or 111. If you got Dr. Dre winning, text 222. I just want to see what type of audience we dealing with right here. You know what I mean? I got to see who's in the building, man. I got to see who's in here. But
so
yeah,
what is again? 1 for who and 2?
If you got Puff winning a battle against Dr. Dre, press 111. If you got Dre winning the battle against Puff, put 222. All right, we got some 1s, we got some 2. All right, we got somebody that just put some 12s in this joint with your indecisive ass.
Make up your mind.
No, it's kind of split right now. It's kind of split right now. Man, I see what you did there.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Okay, so
it's pretty even. I'm actually seeing.
I'm seeing the 2s come through though. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty split on the YouTube. I'm seeing some 1-1s. I'm seeing some 2-2-2s.
Yeah.
Beast Music said I'm biased. I'm an LA guy. Yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah. I think I would know way more Dre songs if Dre go back into his bag. You think Dre would play Truth Hurts?
Ooh. He got to play that Mary J. Blige with the hateration and the holleration and the dancery.
And this dancery. Nah, he shouldn't play that.
That is the best worst song I've ever heard in my life.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Because it makes no sense. If you listen to the lyrics, you be like, what are y'all talking about?
It just feel good. Like you dance when it comes on. I mean, yeah, percolating while you're waiting. You're like, I don't even know what the hell I'm listening to, but I'm with it, man. I'm a Google dancery when I'm done, but I think they mean, just a club. But all right, whatever. Whatever. But yeah, that is the best worst song ever.
I don't know if it's just the DJ in me. I don't know. I just feel like whoever got the most club relatable things in this situation will win. And not saying Dr. Dre don't, but I feel like Puff has them Harlem Shake, you gonna dance type joints. And I feel like that more people are gonna be like, ooh and ahhing about that rather than, you know what I'm saying? Like even when you listen to the Lil Jon one and the T-Pain, both got great catalogs, both got great amount of records, but T-Pain got those party ones, but he got those like, sexy R&B. Lil Jon got nothing but turn up, bro. And it cut through. That turn up cuts through super crazy. Like when he was playing them records, I'm just like, bro, this is different.
Yeah, you got ho. Somebody had the Prentice, You My Guy, not worse than Ghetto Superstar.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie, bruh. That was the most jamming, awful song ever. I
agree.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm fans of 2 of those 3 people that were involved in that song.
You not a Wyclef fan?
That was Praz, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, not a Praz fan. That song was bad. I don't care how many times they tried to play that joint on the radio. And that's back when I was driving around and all you had was the radio for the most part. That song was awful. I don't care. You just gonna have to see me. We're gonna have to shoot the fair one if you disagree. But that song was awful, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no ghetto superstar for me. Nobody showed up and killed it on that song. Yeah. Nostalgia wins. I don't think so. I think uptempo wins. Trizza has a very good point, and which is why, to jump topics really quick, that's why I got Teddy in the battle tomorrow.
Yo, I'm telling baby, and God,
I love Babyface, but that's gonna be
no Babyface slander at all. Like legend.
No.
But Babyface got the more, like, I don't want to say passive, I don't want to say sleepy, but his is more relaxed. Like his is like, yo, I'm about to sip some wine and we about to, you know what I mean? Like go half on a baby type music.
That's
Teddy
right.
is like, yo, I'm about to jump around and sweat and house party,
bro,
and do the kid and play dance.
I'm telling you,
vibes.
Bro, Teddy gonna get me so hyped. You gonna see me, I'm gonna grow the goatee like I had back in the day, and I'm gonna have a line going down the middle.
Hot top fade
with the Running Man and some wingtip shoes.
Dang, Carl Canal Oracle.
Whoa, I was never with Carl Canal, but yes, very similar dressing period. Yeah, but I got Teddy tomorrow, bro. Like, yeah, I tell you, I'm ready to do the Running Man for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I just think the tempo, something about like Teddy, like what Babyface gonna play against the show?
End of the road.
It just, that energy ain't gonna match up, bro, and that's where it's like it gets tricky, is because if you can't match that energy on something, it's like he said Babyface has a lot of up tempos like Bobby Brown, Tony Brown, but
he don't have as many as Teddy. And Teddy could get into the slow jam bag. What you gonna do when they play Piece of My Love from God? What you gonna do if Babyface could come with something slow? Teddy gonna pull out the Let's Chill. Come on, bro.
He gonna play No Diggity.
No doubt. Yeah, it's going down.
Man.
What?
Yeah. I just got, Teddy is just, the energy is what's gonna kill it, man. So I'm excited about that one though.
Man, listen, Teddy gonna break out that Queen Pen verse. You ain't gonna know what to do.
I feel like it's gonna be all your aunties gonna be in this one.
They're gonna be getting it.
You're gonna see all your cousins, your aunties in there. You're like, yo, what are y'all doing in here? I didn't even know you knew how to use Instagram.
It's gonna be a fact. It's gonna be just like the RZA Primo battle, but just up the age by like 15 years.
That's facts.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a good one. I just got Teddy taking it, and like I said, I'm prepared to do the Running Man. I already clean my hardwood floors, make them extra slippery so I can get the speed on my Running Man, bro.
That's right.
It's gonna be amazing. Let's see. We might have, who we got in the building. I know we got some comments here in these in this chat. Babyface has a tempo joint. Yeah. You
God's astronaut says Babyface is gonna pull out them classics out the bag, and Teddy got the Michael Jackson songs in the bag. The Michael songs, bro. Those are like 5 Beyoncés. You know what I mean? That's like the big Joker. You know what I mean? It's like Michael Jackson's Big Joker, Beyonce's Little Joker, and I say Drake is like the Deuce. You know what I mean? It's hard to beat them. You know what I mean? That's really got to be on your shit to beat a Michael Jackson record.
Bruh, what you gonna play against Rump Shaker though? Babyface, what you gonna play against that? Huh? Man, I'm trying. Teddy trying to zoom your head off. I'm trying to tell you.
Boom, boom, boom. Jeez,
man, come on. Let's see. Oh, what about Childish versus anyone? Can't even think of someone. He would have to go against like I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know about Childish. Teddy New Jack Swing got it. Yeah. I always say, man, if there was a period of production I'm happy I was not a producer in, it's New Jack Swing. I loved it. I mean, I grew up on it as part of my childhood, but boy, oh boy, does that sound like a lot of work. It sounded really busy.
Mad horn samples.
Listen, bro, you got horn samples, you got 4 James Brown loops going on, and you got real musicianship, key playing, and string arrangements going on.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Dog, I've never gotten into the stabs section like that.
Oh yeah, I still ain't got there yet.
Yeah. Facts.
Young Trey Beats, what up, man?
Trey Beats, what up, man?
He was at the Producer Power Summit giving some good feedback to the producers.
Yes, sir. He was giving up the gems. He was Jim Jones in it for sure. Yeah.
Wait, Rum Shaker for Pharrell, remember? I mean, Pharrell wrote.
Yeah,
but
but Teddy. Yeah, come on. Yeah, Teddy's still going. He can still play that proudly. Yeah. I mean, Pharrell can play it in his battle too.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. And then it's so crazy. I keep saying, like, the Breakfast Club was talking about the co-producing thing. Like, Scott Storch shouldn't be able to play Dr. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta chill with that, bro.
Oh, y'all bugging. If you co-produce, yeah, you can play it. Bro. Otherwise, if you can't play songs you co-produce, then nobody can play them ever. They just won't count.
Have to even like Little John, I forgot the dude's name, bro. God, I'm so mad I can't think his name. But Little John had a co-producer with a lot of those records. Like, all these producers are not doing this by themselves. They all have somebody they work with, you know?
Yep. Even shout out to JD. JD's a legend. He had Brian Michael Cox.
Yeah, yep. A lot of them. Mm-hmm.
Yo, and we getting into it. Fucking. That's the homie B Cox. I don't know who wants smoke with B Cox.
That's a tough one, bro. You don't want B got records.
Sleep if you want to, man. You do not want that B Cox smoke, bro. Man, yeah, it's insanity. It's insanity. 70 placements in 1 year. But anyway, Babyface will come with Bobby Brown every little step. Teddy will continue with My Prerogative. Okay, that's an even match. That's a tied round right there.
He says oh my bad. Mm-hmm. He says Metro's doing it by itself. Now,
wait,
look at the credits. Because I can name a couple records off facts that Bad and Bougie is what, Q Beats? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yo, people ain't out here doing it all by themselves. Maybe a couple, but bro, it's people out there. Credited or not, a lot of people got help out here, bro.
Yeah, nobody's doing it at that level. Nobody's doing it by themselves. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's like a good thing, man, to have a team and like dope people around you.
Dog, that's the way successful people get successful. That's the way successful businesses become successful. No one does it by themselves. Everyone has help. And that is coming to you directly from someone who has been the help for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. People got help out here. You know what I mean? But you have to also realize too, this is where I think a lot of people get the game twisted. Someone can be a producer in name, but that name is also a brand. People don't work for the person. People work for that brand. There's a lot of help below the surface of the brand, if that makes any sense at all.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Young J Lack, what up, man?
J Lack.
Man, we got a lot of big hitter producers in here today.
Yeah. We got some real ones in here, bro. Shout out to the Ample Samples. They back, man. If you haven't, man, go follow them after the show. For all your sample clearance needs. Our Dark Child was trying to see B Cox. Listen, man.
My money on B, dog. I'm cool with both of them. Shout out to Rodney. Rodney's a legend, bro. But B is my dog. I'm riding for the homie, man.
That's the homie. That's the home team. And even if he wasn't the home team, yo, B, man, y'all better peep B's catalog, man. Stop playing.
B got 70-something placements in 1 year. So you got to think over 10, 15-year time period.
Come on.
How many records?
Breaking on Mariah, breaking on Usher. Anyway, man, somebody said Bad and Bougie is G Coupe and Metro.
G Coupe, that's what it is.
Yeah,
my bad.
See, come on, man.
I ain't gonna give G Coupe that.
Yeah,
we'll see who you got next Friday. Young Busy Works Beats versus Curtis King. Ooh.
Hey, I'm a ride with the home team. Especially, I seen Busy. I seen Busy put in some gangster work over the last couple of days. So I wouldn't dare go against him right now.
Yeah, I gotta rock with Young Busy.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. That is going to be very entertaining. I don't know I don't know what to expect, but I am there for whatever they bring it to the table.
That is facts.
Yeah.
Bangladesh versus Polo, which is low-key kind of good.
That's a good matchup though. But you know who I'm taking.
Yeah. Bangladesh is one of those producers where I feel like not enough people respect him enough and know like how great he is. Like if you look at his discography, it's like insane, bro.
True.
And then he'll make it. Oh yeah, Polo is like I just like how weird Bangladesh stuff is. Like Bangladesh, I've heard him play beats, and you would be like, bro, I don't understand what is going on. And then he play you a beat, and it's the most amazing thing you've ever heard, and it makes no sense. And you be like, bro, how did you think of this? And that's why I like him. It's just he takes chances so much. You know what I mean?
That's a gift of a real talented producer. I like to see producers like that. Tim is like that too. I've been in the studio with Tim countless times, and I ain't gonna lie, it's been a bunch of times where Tim would make a beat or he would start a beat, and I'd be like, "What the hell is going on?" Like I don't know, and then he'll, after like an hour or however long, he'll put one sound in that will just tie the whole shit together, and it becomes like something totally different. It's a weird experience. It's not something that everybody can do, to where they're doing something and you just don't understand. You're like, dog, I don't even know what's going on. And then they just do one small thing, and you're like, damn, dog, that just turned into something totally different. Bangladesh, I haven't been in the studio with him, but I feel like he's that type of producer.
Oh yeah. I was in the studio with him once, and I was just there I was there with Nat one day.
Oh, shout out to Nat.
Yeah, this is when I was trying to write songs.
Facts.
Yeah, so we was over there, and bro, he played some joints. I was like, bro, this is the weirdest but craziest joints I've ever heard, dog.
Yeah. Bangladesh versus Polo. Honestly, that's a really good matchup, bro. I got my money on Polo. I think Polo's another one of the people, like he's an outspoken guy, but I think most people don't know about his catalog. His catalog is bananas. Like, it's extensive. A lot of songs that you're like, yo, I love that song. Polo's that producer. Like, I love that song. I just never knew who produced it. That was Polo.
Like, Throw Some D's. What are you gonna do when Throw Some D's come on?
Nothing.
To me, one of the greatest songs of that decade. To me, it's Throw Some D's is one of my favorite songs ever in life. Like, every time it comes on, I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? It never fades.
That song doesn't get played enough, by the way.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's one of my top.
Yeah. Polo, yeah, he's amazing. I just want to see him really in one of these joints, just so people could give him credit for things that he produced that they don't know that they produced. And also, give me credit for sound design that they did not know I designed.
And Polo's a personality.
That's a whole nother bag.
That's a whole Polo's a personality. He's a character, bro. I feel like I would love to see that.
One of the most different people you've ever met in your life. Let's see, somebody said busy. Yo, shout out to Flux 302 in here.
Yo, Flux, what up, man?
Flux. Hey, man, keep me posted on when that SP 2400 comes out, bro. Yeah. Shout out to what you and I keep thinking I'm getting the name wrong, but Isla Instruments. Yo, y'all really doing your thing on there, and it looks like it's close to production. I'm really excited about the SP 2400. Mike Lowry in here. What up, bro?
Yeah, Mike Lowry.
Yes, indeed. Well, we had a question before we get back into the chat. Why do you think most producers aren't getting placements? I think a lot of it is lack of networking.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, a lot of people, as producers, we are very much in our heads about the creative process. Like, we create, make a million beats, and then I think a lot of us get stuck, lost, or just stop after creating the beat. And what happens after you create the beat is what gets you to the placement. I mean, the beat will get you the placement, but to get to the placement, it's what you do in between when you finish making the beat and when you get in the Grammy. You feel me? And a lot of that is going to be networking, for sure. And I think networking is very underrated and also not talked about enough, and also not taught enough in the producer community. That's really what gets you to the placement, is developing relationships with people and then having them know your resume, knowing your pedigree enough to where when there are things going on, they reach out and they call you, or when you finish things, you could just ship it off to them and they're gonna open the email.
Exactly.
Because I mean, you can have a million beats. you can have a million beats, you can send it off to a million people, but if they don't know who you are, they don't trust you, they don't know anybody that knows you, they're not going to open it. It could be the best thing that they never heard. But I really think that networking has a lot to do with it. And also, I feel like you should work to a point where you get people to want to come to you. And a lot of that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, to where you got to put yourself out there and show people what you're doing, because the more you can show people, the more people will tell other people, and then people will start seeking you out. If you want any type of leverage, or just a better, not necessarily leverage, but a better leg up on getting a placement, you should really work hard to be sought after. I think a lot of producers put themselves in a lower position to seek out approval that's good enough to be placed on an album to get a placement, when I think you should really be working hard enough to solidify yourself to the point where you're like, I got a sound, I'm the shit, and people are now seeking me out and hitting me up and DMing me like, yo, do you have anything? Can you send it to me? I think you'll get better placements that way.
And what I was gonna say is, I feel like too, people get it like construed of like placements to me is like having a catalog and having enough variety for a bunch of different situations, right? Because what they're gonna do is be like, yo, Kalani's working on something. What do you got for this? The baby's working on something. What do you have for this? So you got to be able to have enough stuff to move from here to there to there to there consistently, right? And still have that same quality product. And it's a lot of these producers who are good at like one or two things, but don't really have a catalog. They have a couple good beats, but not a catalog of good beats. You couldn't play 10 good beats for this one person back to back to back to back without everything sounding the same. And like, it's like producers like Go Grizz. To me, Go Grizz is one of the most talented producers. I've never heard a whack Grizz beat. Ever. Like he, just the way he is musically is like, it's crazy to me. So it's like you're competing against this guy. So this is someone who musically is talented and he has the network around him to get to people. So that's why he's so successful. It's like, yo, I'm talented and I have the hours in behind it of like, yo, I could make whatever kind of genre you want, I could do that. And then on top of that, I can pretty much reach anybody that I need to reach with an email. You know, so I think it's the combination of both, of having the talent and not just like a couple good beats, but those 10,000 hours of I can do this. Like, oh, you need this? All right, bet. I can cook up this right now on the spot, no sweat. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's when it's like you start getting there, because it's easy to get, not easy, but you could get one. But the second and the third is the one that's the tricky ones. You know what I mean? And after that.
Yeah. And then getting them on a consistent basis is also super tricky. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good. Very good points. Flux says, Dan the Automator versus LP. Sorry. I'm an underground nerd. Man, I got LP. But anyway, I'm an underground nerd too. Let's see. But that was a real Muggs versus No ID. No ID. I love Muggs, but No ID. And No ID is the homie. But I'm definitely going No ID.
Young Ray, what up, man? Ray Founder, yo, dope dude, man. I gotta link you, Oracle. He's like, and he's super into tech.
Oh yeah.
I know him from rapping and like, you know, doing music and stuff, but smart dude, man.
Man, shout out to Ray, man, for sure. For sure. Cool and Dre versus Justice League. That's not a bad matchup, actually.
That's not bad. I'm actually not mad at that one.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid matchup. I'm gonna have to
This is
in terms of who would win with hits, I'm gonna go with Cool and Dre, but in terms of the sound I like better between the two, I'm gonna go with Justice League.
Yeah, I agree. Because Cool and Dre got hits that you just like, you didn't even know they did. You know what I mean? They got Beyonce records, they got, you know, a bunch of like Fat Joe party joints, you know, so
yeah.
But Justice League got them orchestral 11-piece choir in the back, you know, them kind of joints.
Yes, they gonna play all the Rouse joints, and I ain't gonna lie, they could just play all Ross joints the whole battle. I'm like, oh, they made for the first 6 rounds they just play Maybach music joints. I'm like, nah, they won. He says Isla, like island. It's Isla instrument. All right, cool. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I definitely been saying Isla the whole time. Yeah.
JD versus Diddy.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I'm going. That's it's tough. I'm going Puff, but that's tough, bro. That ain't no easy.
Yeah.
Ain't no easy.
It ain't definitely no walk in the park, but I definitely got Puff.
Yeah.
But JD got some joints, man.
Yeah. Oh, some of the best joints of our time. Yeah, that we'll ever hear in our life. He does.
I'm gonna post that video. Right. You remember that video I was on his MPC and the crisscross floppy was in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta post that. That joint's classic, bro. That was like a highlight because I love that record, bro. So just being able to see like, oh, this is how he made it.
That's fire. Damn, Young Jackson 5 samples in there. Let's see what else we got in here. I love you guys talking about the beats. The production process is massive. Man, shout out to you, bro. Nicholas Quirk. Yeah.
Out to you.
For sure. So wait, we had another good question. That question about, and that question was from Oral Soul. Yeah, it's from Oral Soul talking about
hey, shout out to him.
Yeah, why do you think producers aren't getting placements? I think that was a really good question. Yeah. Okay. All right. Easy. Which beat machine would you recommend for new producers? If you're an Ableton user, I would recommend the Push. For anybody else, and even Ableton users, I would recommend MPC. Just because the software is very capable. The sequencer, in my opinion, the MPC has the best sequencer ever made. And it's also the simplest sequencer ever made. And if there was a question of an MPC to get as a new producer, I would actually get the newest one, which is the MPC one. It'll save you hella desk space. You still have the super simple sequencer. You have the touchscreen of the Touch, the Live, and the X. And it's just amazing. And you got the option of being standalone. So for a new producer, I would say Push if you're using Ableton, and MPC One if you are not using Ableton, or if you are using Ableton and you don't want to get Push.
Jax.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, someone says Trizza versus Sound Oracle. Man, you don't want to smoke. I got a record with Andy Milonakis, cuz. What you gonna do when I play the Andy Milonakis record?
I'm gonna play a record with a gospel record from Snoop.
Ooh, but I got a Baby Bash record.
I'm gonna play a Christina Aguilera record.
Well, I got a Bieber record. Ooh, what we doing?
I'm gonna play a Nicki Minaj record. I'm not going into the bag yet. I'm gonna play a Nicki Minaj record.
Okay, I thought you was gonna pull out that big card. I don't want to take it that way.
Nah, I still got like 50 Cent Baby by Me I would play, or 50 Cent Crime Wave or something like that.
I got a Chris Brown record. I got a Jacquees record.
I don't have a damn, I can't play an August Alsina record. That's not gonna go up against I got a Chris Brown record. Yeah, I got a Chris Brown record.
I'm trying to think what other. Yeah. I don't know if I want that smoke. I ain't even.
I don't know. Oh no, I'm trying to think of a weird. I know I have a weird record. We talked about this one day. I have a really odd record that I can't think of it right now. But it's a record like, wait, you produce a record for who? But yeah, that Andy Milonakis, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really got nothing odd for that. I would have to have like a Lil Dicky record or something like that, which I don't have. I would love to have that, but I don't have that. Yeah, I don't know.
He said we starting low key. No, man. Battle talk.
Yeah. Who posted that question? By the way,
912.
By the way, young Larry over the building.
Young Larry, what up, bro?
Illicita in the building.
Ooh, young Illicita, what up?
Yeah.
And we got Panther in here. What up?
Man, hey, today we got some people up in here, man.
Today they got time, cuz.
Yeah, everybody got time. This quarantine got y'all popping up. Look, and quarantine radio is gone. That's why we're getting it right now. August Alsina, haven't heard from him in a minute. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him, bro.
Yeah, that disappeared.
Yeah, I love
Have you looked at your Genius? Do you have a Genius page?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Bro, Diego was looking through his and found records he didn't even know he did. It's like, wait, when did this come out?
Bruh.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would put a lot of Saha the Prince albums somewhere in there. I got a couple Saha the Prince albums, songs.
See, I feel like it's not a good matchup between me and you because I feel like I have you got them hip hop joints, which I don't think I have really any. Most of my placements, to be honest, are all pop records.
I want more hip hop albums. I haven't done hip hop records. I haven't done enough because to me, I want to do all like hip hop. I want to do like Griselda shit, but instead I'll be like in the Justin Timberlake bag a lot of times, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'm from that thing, but yeah, Saha is probably the most hip hop I've really gotten in 50 Cent. But even 50 Cent, I was on Crime Wave. And that was grimy, but then Baby Bought Me, that was like super clean, poppy. Yeah, I don't have enough. I don't have enough of the dirty hip hop stuff that I want, man. I need like an Action Bronson type joint.
Yeah. Oh, I got an Action Bronson joint. I don't even know if that count though, because it released, but it didn't release. Dang, I'm still hurt about that record, bro. I was so excited about that one.
I remember that because that's the one you went through a lot for.
Oh, yeah. Bruh, back up your stuff, man, and name your files because I didn't name the sample that I used, and I was calling Oracle like, please help me find it.
Man, I see the tears just rolling down your eyes. It's rolling down on the inside, but I see it.
Bruh, that was a whole ordeal.
Yeah. LC to say A when the gang for show.
Hey.
Yep, you get me, young Larry. Young Larry. Oh, A1 Live. Home for sure. I'm trying to see what's going on in this chat. Hans Zimmer still uses Cubase.
Who we gonna get Hans Zimmer versus?
Wait. What's my John Williams? John Williams is gonna try to see Hans Zimmer with the smoke. Hans Zimmer gonna take it, but John Williams is very close. Yeah,
just the orchestra's in the back talking mad trash.
Man,
waving wine around like, yo, you don't want to smoke.
Tootie, you don't want these tooties? I know Trizek I know Trizek is excited the Reason rack coming to Pro Tools.
Who Reason and Pro Tools, all my favorite things.
Facts.
Yeah, I didn't even know, and I probably will forget in the next two minutes.
Yeah, that's a fact. Some dope tracks. Oracle, somebody said Action Bronson trigger, bro. Yeah, with the exclamation point. Yeah,
that was the man.
I ain't gonna lie, I want an Action Bronson joint. Yeah, you got that off. Yeah, play some songs y'all did. 10-minute changer from the podcast. No, because we will get banned from YouTube.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Yep, the ample sample says always. I don't know what that was always too, but I agree with the ample samples. 99.9, 100% of the time. Danny Elfman is my favorite composer. Yeah, Danny Elfman can see. He got some smoke from Hans Zimmer. No bull. He do.
No, okay. I'm a little ignorant on Danny. What's something he's done?
Hold on. I don't know, but I know I sampled some Danny before.
Somebody let me know what he's done, because I feel like I know him, but I can't think of.
Flux. I know I was going through samples yesterday, and I ran across some Danny joints. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How long did it take y'all to make a good beat when y'all first started producing? I feel like we answered this question before.
I would spend hours on the same beat, bro.
I guess it was like how long in time was it before you made a beat that was like presentable or good?
See, that's tricky though, because the time, like I look back and I hate all those beats, but at the time, I was like selling them and they were going. So I don't know.
Would you say it was a matter of weeks or a matter of months?
It was months. It was a lot of it was just me figuring out stuff because I was in the country. You know what I mean? Like nobody in my town made beats. The only other person was like mad older, and we just didn't know him like that. So it was like nobody around us made beats. So we were just on Future Producers, just like Googling stuff, trying to figure out like, how do you loop? And this is before tutorials and stuff was online like that. So we were just like guessing. So a lot of that time was me just trying to understand how this even worked. But once I figured that out, I feel like it went actually kind of quick. like selling beats and starting getting like little placements here and there.
Fire. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I told the story and people could think I'm cap or not. It took me about 30 minutes. No, an hour. And the first beat I made. And I know I wasn't tripping because I watched so many people make beats for me when I was rapping, and I knew what I wanted beats to sound like because I would buy my own like samples to loop. And when I made the beat, the two people that were in the house that also did music came out of the other room and was like, yo, did you just really make that? That is insane. My first beat ever.
It's dope, man, because you have a sound, because you played me some of your first beats and it sounds like you now.
Bruh, same style.
As soon as you play it, I was like, oh yeah, you definitely did this. I can tell. I hear it.
Same style, bro. Yep. Yeah.
You just a little bit more modern now, but the essence is still there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you for peeping that. That means a lot to me, man. I'm about to shed a little gangster tear right there because that means a lot.
But Ben Trill, yeah. See, it's people like Oracle, like Keys from AO and Keys, bro. Since the first beat Keys made, he's been fire. Like off rip, Keys, the first beat he made was incredible, and I'm just like, bro, how does this happen, bro? My first 100, trash.
Not my first 100 though.
It was a good wave of where they were just bad, but then it's like when I got it, it went quick. Once I understood it, it just like, all right, I got it, and it just everything started going faster. But it took me a little second to kind of, because I didn't come from a musical background at all. Like nobody in my family does music. It was just something I just kind of picked up. And then I started getting in band and stuff. That kind of helped, and boom, there we go.
Damn. See, that's good to have a real like a band background. That helps out a lot.
Oh yeah, that joint has been one of the biggest helps. I still use some of the stuff I learned from band now. Like I always shout out my band teacher because he was cool, bro.
Wait, what'd you play?
Originally I played trombone, and then drumline came out, and then I begged to get on the drumline, and then so I played everything, pretty much percussion, cymbals, the bass drum, to quints, to like we were like trying to come up with cadences and stuff. That was like what we would do.
That's fire.
We'd go in the back and we'd make up cadences to march out to. Like we were just always creating music. And then our band teacher was like, he was like 20 something teaching us. So he wasn't too much older than we were. So he was like, mad, bro, he would let us like work with MIDI and like teaching us all. Yeah, so that's what really got me like, oh, I could really do this, and like made me understand.
See, Miss Moran wasn't doing that for us. Miss Moran was like, yo, you gonna play this damn Mozart joint and you gonna get it popping. And I played trumpet too, so that was my instrument. But I only played for like 4 years or something like that. And I don't remember any of it, to be honest with you.
I just remember the marches more than anything. Hold 8, move 32, turn right.
See, that sounds fire. My joint was, the one thing about the trumpet I will say is I was like, how do you get all of these crazy notes and melodies out of something that only has 3 keys on it?
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's possible. Hey, half down, 3/4 down, up that, this one down, this one up, halfway. It was crazy. It was crazy. I think I was just prepping my fingers for finger drumming, actually.
Were you like a military band or is it high stepping?
Nah, neither. It was real Mozart-y, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
like, yeah, I got you.
It was Brian McKnight, bro.
Yeah, Icy Green says, I told Tris everything he knows. That's facts. Yeah, that's facts. He definitely... Shout
out to the teacher.
It's funny because he was in the chat with Dilio, and I put that in there. I was like, yeah, I told Scrap everything he knows. Shout out to Scrap. Scrap actually did teach me a lot about chords and making beats and stuff. So shout out to him.
Fire. Shout out to Scrap, man. You get the air horn.
Let's see. Have you guys had a beat that you didn't like very well? Huh.
Today? Yeah, for sure. Now here's my question for you and then for me. Have you ever had a beat that you didn't like very well that got placed?
Oh, bruh, it's so many where I'd be like, oh, I just want to change the snare. Let me change the hi-hat a little bit, man, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, most of the beats I had placed, I was like, I wish you would have picked that one. I wish you would have picked another one. But hey, man, it comes with the territory,
Yeah, And then, you know, stuff changes, you start learning more. And so it's like you go back and like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I remember the first time I really went through that is, when was that? 2010, 2009. Christina Aguilera, I Hate Boys. In my mind, if I would have just added a crowd noise to the chorus, it would have changed the song immensely. Probably to nobody else, only to me. Every time I heard that song after that, I would turn it off when the chorus came on because I was like, yo, that crowd noise isn't in there. And then it became like a subtle sickness after that. Every beat I got placed, I'm like, damn. Like you said, if that snare was different, or if that such and such was different. And I hated every beat after that. I'm like, damn, I wish you would have picked another beat, or I wish I could have changed something in the beat.
That's facts.
Always.
Let's see, Super Simple Genesis, one of the hardest packs out there.
Hey, man, appreciate you. Soundoracle.net. If you don't know, find out. Here's a conversation. Do you think people who are starting out already have their sound? However, they need develop themselves before they master it. I was having this conversation with an artist. So, okay, let me reread that. Do you think people who are starting out already have their sound? That's one part. However, they need to develop themselves before they master it. I was having this conversation with an artist. I think that a lot of people who are first starting out do have a sound. They have a sound in mind. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen or been around somebody who was first starting and they played you something and you thought it was not very good, but they were really like hell bent on the fact that it's good. And you're like, I don't know what you're hearing, but it's not very good. I think this applies to this question because a lot of people, in my opinion, the problem here is the disconnect between their ability and their taste.
That's right.
A lot of people have really good taste, and in their mind, they know what they want, but they just can't translate it to hear. So much. You know what I mean? And that's why, because we've all been there. Actually, we've seen a person that will play a beat for you, and they be just like jamming out to it. You be like, yo, I can't believe that you think this is a really good beat. But I think in their mind, they're closer to their taste than what they're actually presenting. And I think that is what you're talking about there. So a lot of people, they have a sound and they just don't know how to really develop it yet. And it might take a little bit.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Let's see. Icy Green says they can't articulate it. No, that's super facts.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, a lot of people got really good taste out there. And those people honestly will make probably better A&Rs than producers. Some of them learn how to catch the taste up to their ability, and other people that don't would have probably just made really great A&Rs.
It's kind of like when like point guards end up being good like coaches.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, I might not have been the greatest basketball player, but I understand it now, the vision, so I can explain to you what I was missing in a way.
Exactly. Because they're hearing difference in their mind's eye. Yep, for sure.
I mean, to me, that's the hard part of producing is being able to like, all right, I hear this in my head. How do I explain this to somebody else or myself to lay it down?
Yeah, exactly. It is one thing. It's really tough to get it to happen yourself. But as you pointed out, it can be even tougher to relay that to a person. That's like, right. Yo, do it like this or play it like this. Because a lot of times, not only do you not know how to do it, you may not know the proper terminology to relate that to somebody. So it's hard enough to have an idea up here that you don't know how to do yourself, but then to try to relate that into words to somebody else that does know the proper terminology and what they're doing. It's really tough. That's why I think learning music theory, or at least learning music theory terms, is very important.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
At least you could talk the language and like engineering stuff. Have you ever been in a session? Like the rapper be like, yo, my vocals sound crazy. Like change this. And the engineer just moves the knobs, but don't really change nothing. And they be like, yeah, that's it. It's like, yo, because you don't know what you're trying to articulate. You know what I mean? So The engineer knows better than you do most of the time. Most cases, if they're a good engineer, they know better than what the rapper does. You know,
Facts. And it's actually money in knowing music terminology. There have been several cases where I've been paid to be a consultant who was actually just a liaison between an artist or producer and a company or engineer, because I understand the company terminology or the software terminology or whatever that company does, and I understand what the artist or the producer who may not know the terminology is trying to say. So when they're like, yo, make that jump, blah, 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 I can go to the company and be like, this is what you're saying. You should probably blah, 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 do this, that, the third. It's actually a lot of money in that. Like being a liaison or a bridge between two different people that are trying to work together is really lucrative. And I think it's a slept on opportunity. If you're good enough or if you know both languages, kind of like knowing Ebonics and knowing, whatever else, to be a bridge or to be a liaison, it's money in that.
What's
the
the
translator?
What's the one on Key and Peele? The dude that was like,
the Obama joint.
Yeah. See what he was saying.
Yeah. But yeah, being a liaison, man, it's a lot of money now. It's just like it's the same as a language translator. Same thing.
Yeah, you need that.
Yep. Like the transition point from producer to A&R. Yep. Let's see, producer come up. How would you recommend a producer come up with an artist or sell beats online? How about yes? You know what I'm saying? You never know as a producer who's trying to come up, you never know which one is going to work for you or which one is going to work best for you, or both might work for you. You may be a genius or gifted at both, but you never know. And I always say as producers, I know we talked about this on the show before, like when people like, what platform should I go with for this or for that, or should I do this or that? Often the answer is try both, because right now you don't have any, you don't know which one you're really going to be good at. So why don't you try both? Why limit yourself to a choice off the rip?
That's real.
Yeah.
Hit that young E, on the multiple question test.
hit the E.
All of the above.
There you go. I finished this whole test in 2 minutes.
Just hit C on everything.
Yeah. All right. What just chat talking about, man?
Fictionline says, I watch Songland and I'm like, I could never go on that show. You got to be a performer to go in there. I'm just an inventor. Nah, I disagree. I feel like we're all performers in a way. I feel like me and Oracle both are not the most on-camera people.
No.
But since just doing stuff, I've been in a movie, I've been in commercials, I've done all this stuff that's in front of the camera I didn't think that I could do it.
I don't have enough buttons for everything you just said.
But it's not like I wanted to do any of the stuff, but the opportunity came and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna make the best out of it. So I think you can,
Yeah.
If you put in the right circumstances, you'll turn up.
That's a fact. And it's all about what you're willing to put into it. Like what your love for whatever it is. Like Trisha was saying, we're not the most on camera people. Either one of us. We hate being on camera.
Oh, I can't stand it.
Yeah. But we have given you this podcast every Friday for the most part for 3-4 years. You know what I mean? We only missed a handful of podcasts in 3 years. And that's because and we hate being on camera. And don't get it twisted. We hate being on camera every Friday. Like it's not just like in the beginning. Like, no, we still hate it to this day. But it's about the bigger goal.
Exactly.
And, it's getting on here, it's talking to the people, it's meeting the people, it's helping the community, it's all of that stuff. And that gets us out of that funk for a minute. But it's all about your willingness to do,
Let's see. Conquering a uncomfortable situation builds character. And he said, it was another. Hold on. Oh, you can't have a comfort zone in this business. That is very true. So Icy Green, like I know him well. Like we've been in a lot of studio sessions, a lot of parties, a lot of clubs at the same time. So, and I regret, bro. One of my biggest regrets is not vlogging and videotaping those like situations. because it was like a lot of like once in a lifetime stuff that was happening. I just didn't think about being on camera and doing it like that. But if I would have and put myself out there, ain't no telling it like what would have came from it. But you know, now I'm starting to learn and like do more content stuff and getting out there, even though it's not the most comfortable thing for me, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, like, all right, cool. The bigger goal is I want to get out there. I want people to know who I am, and I want to try to help people if I can. So
the bigger goal, you killed it right there. Yeah, you killed it right there. That's really what it's about. Just whatever the bigger goal is, and it won't necessarily get you out of being uncomfortable. Like I said, every Friday we're still uncomfortable with this, but we don't
think we drank so much.
Hey, I don't have a button for what you just said, but yeah, exactly. But you know, it's all about what we get out of it, what we can give people while doing it, and so we'll forever do it every Friday, no matter how uncomfortable it is. You know,
super facts.
Yeah. Yeah. What else is going on in there?
Say, hey, what do you guys do to add like a personality to your music? I think the top beats I know have unique personalities. Is it something the beat gives itself? Oh, okay. Ever notice the same chords, but they feel different, like mood wise? Is it just voicing? I mean, I think it's a combination. You know, I mean, of course, like with the chords, you could voice stuff different. The instrument, it's gonna give you a different mood. Like I was telling my homeboy, it's dope. My homeboy is making beats, right? This is like one of my best friends. I grew up with him, and he just started making beats, right? So me having to go back and explain this from square one is making me realize a bunch of stuff I hadn't thought about in forever, right?
Dope.
And I told him to watch this video called The Axis of Awesomeness, right?
Great.
And it blew his mind, bro, because he didn't realize that all these songs use the same chord progressions.
Yep.
You know, but it's how they voice them and it's how they play it, which makes them different and interesting. So, you know, it's a pattern of stuff that works. You could break that pattern, but most of the time it's a pattern of chord combinations that work. If you listen to Babyface songs, it's a pattern to a lot of his songs, and they're the same pattern in probably 50 of the songs that he's produced.
Yep.
But they work. It works every time.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I was just going to piggyback on that and say a lot of the success of a lot of things is really more formulaic than you think it is. That's all.
Yeah. So I think the personality is like your taste. Like being a producer or a beat maker is like picking your taste in what sounds good. Like I like this patch. I like, you know, these drums is what my taste is. You know what I'm saying? So it's you putting that together, which makes your beats unique. It's just the issue is when everybody has the same taste of, I'm going to use the 808 Mafia Siren, that's their taste. Bruh. And I'm going to put it with these bells that I got from a preset loop that says 808 Mafia. And that's when it starts getting tricky.
I'm going to put it with In Memoriam.
Oh, bruh. My homeboy just bought Omnisphere. I said, yo, it's a bell in there called In Memoriam. A bajillion songs have been made off of this. Literally, we had this conversation this morning.
Yeah, don't use that. Don't use that patch. Don't use that patch at all. Wait, there was something in the comments I saw that was pretty good.
I said, here's my last gem before I go. Creativity is only profitable if it's repeatable.
I think I should have an air horn for that.
Carmelo's Anthony. that's a gem.
Facts. Oh, can't have a comfort zone in business. Come on, man. Look. Yeah,
tell you, man. Go follow Icy Gray, man. He's a smart dude, man.
You gotta chill with the gems, man.
He's a smart dude, man.
Yeah.
And you still gotta tell me what camera he was using. He was using a camera. I'm like, bro, I don't know how you get that quality. It looked like a damn the movie camera, the red camera joints, where it's like extra crispy.
Yeah.
I need that. Put me on.
Facts. Oh, wait. Let's see. It says Brando 2 Raw. He says, but I'm an introvert. Man, let me tell you something. You are talking to the king of introverts. You are not more introverted than me. I just realized it was the quarantine yesterday. I'm a very introverted person.
Bruh. Oracle's like, oh, I was born in the darkness. This is
Yo,
Steve's.
1,000,000%, bro. I don't know. I don't know if y'all believe in astrology. I really don't. But the Virgo thing is kind of contributes to that. I'm an only child, very quiet, very private, keep to myself, very in my head. All the breeding ground for a true diehard introvert. I'm super introverted, and I would never even be on here on Instagram or talking to any of you all. As I said at the top of the show, if it wasn't for Trizza that told me you should go on Instagram, because as much of an introvert as I am, that's how much I take good advice from good people. So that's why I ended up doing it. Otherwise, you would not even know who I was, regardless of whatever I've done. So saying all that to say, no excuse. When you have a higher purpose, when you have a reason why, it doesn't matter how introverted you are. Your reason for spreading goodness or spreading whatever you're trying to spread is going to trump your introvertness. Believe it or not, it's 100%. So you being an introvert has nothing to do with it. You can still get out there. We both hate being on camera. I hate being on camera, and I'm an introvert, and blah, 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 all this XYZ other stuff. But I have a higher purpose. Why? Trizza has a higher purpose. Why? And it's for y'all. It's for the community. It's to help. It's to share our experiences, all of that stuff. And that's going to trump however we feel about being on camera. It's going to trump however we feel about being an introvert. You just got to know. You got to get outside of that. Also, introverted or not, your goals are very extroverted. You probably want to be the best producer in the world. You probably want a lot of recognition for your music, and you got to talk to people. You got to get in people's faces. You got to show people what you're doing. So you can't shut yourself off from the world and want to contribute to the world at the same time. So at a certain point, some of that shit got to give.
It's like, do you want to not reach your goal because of the camera? If you're going to let the camera get in front of your goal, then it's like, that's an issue. That's a bigger issue. Your goal might not be as close to you as you think it is.
Yeah.
That's going to separate you.
Yeah. In that case, you don't deserve what you want.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
if you really deserve what you want, that's not going to stop you.
Yeah. Right. I'm telling you, I feel like it was right before my daughter. I was taking, my thing was, if it was the opportunity that came my way, I was taking, but if it looked great, I was taking it, bro. And that's when I was doing the commercials. That's when I was in all that stuff. And it was great. You know what I mean, bro? I still get people to hit me up off of all that stuff now. And I hate it, bro. It was like literally all the stuff I hated, but I was just like, yo, if it's an opportunity, I'm going to take it. And It paid off. It did in the long run. I got much more out of it than if I would have just sat and never did any of it. And I would have been pissed at myself for like, dang, what would happen if I did, do it? So you don't want to think like that.
Facts. You got to have a higher purpose. Well, bro, they about to kick us off. So I'm about to start doing plugs real quick.
Let's go.
If you haven't, hit up soundoracle.net. Realistic and I put out the ultimate course to mixing your beats in order to get artists to love them more, in order to get more placements, in order to get more beat sales, whatever you're trying to do. It's called The Art of Beat Mixing. Go to soundoracle.net. 5.5 hours of broken down bite-sized material to make you a professional at mixing beats. And also this weekend, I will be jumping on live, and I will be going live with random people that want to talk to me because I'm trying to get out of my introvert bag.
Hey.
What you got, brother?
Theproducerkit.com, man. New sample packs is on the way. I got some dope stuff on the way. I've really been grinding trying to get these new products out, not just sample packs, but different tools that help. So just finishing up that stuff, and people keep asking me to DJ on live, so I probably will DJ tomorrow. I need to update my music, and I'm going to do a DJ set. And
please do.
Yeah, come check me out. And I'm going to be on live, so I can start being an introvert also.
Facts. All right, man. Listen, it's been another episode of UnQuantized Podcast, man. Thank you all for joining, and we will see y'all next Friday.